Hey everyone, welcome back to the month ahead forecast. This is for June 2023, the astrology forecast, what's coming up for the month ahead with the energies, and also pick a card reading based on your rising or sun sign. The timestamps will be below. If you're interested in the astrology for the month ahead, do listen to the whole video. So I talk about the general energies from the beginning of the reading. To start with, I do want to mention a couple of quick things. First of all, come and join me on Patreon. It's a little community over there where I do extra videos, bonus videos, early release, and a whole lot of other stuff that I don't post anywhere else. So yeah, it's a bit more of a cozy space and I really love being there. It's a bit more creative, which is fun. If you're interested, have a look and see what's there. There's 3 tiers available at the moment. I am going to be adding soon, very soon actually, in the coming week, a tier 4, which is going to be for those of you that want to learn a bit more about the tarot. So we'll have all levels, like from beginner, intermediate, advanced, as well as learning about psychic development. So if you've ever wanted to understand exactly how psychic messages are received, you know, all the ins and outs, you know, I've got 20 years experience in psychic development and also in astrology, studying astrology, over a decade as a professional reader. And so I've got to know and to learn to work with spirit and how it all works. And I'd love to share my knowledge with you if you're interested. That will be on tier 4, which would be, I still haven't worked all the details out, but I will be posting about that in the next week. And look out for announcements on Instagram if you follow me there, where I'll post updates about what I'm doing. All right, and I think, there was one other thing. I did want to do a shout out to my friend Ellie, who gave me this gorgeous organite. So she makes these, and you can check out her website at freedominwellness.com. She's also on, and she also makes these. I've got one of these gorgeous pyramids. Look at that. Isn't it stunning? And yeah, she actually gave me this little leaflet which tells you about how it works, and it basically helps with EMF protection, electromagnetic field protection. So obviously from computers and, you know, all the radiation that's in the atmosphere these days, it helps to protect and neutralize the energy from those harmful fields. And it's also great, like if you want to put it next to a plant that needs to be revitalized, you can, you know, put it next to a plant. It helps with its growth, and you can put it next to your bed to help you with sleep or relaxation. So yeah, I'm just shouting her out because she's a friend of mine and I love what she does. She's very creative. She's got a whole bunch of different ones, from large pyramids to small mini ones and crystals and other stuff on her website. Check her out. And remember to subscribe so that you can keep updated, because on the occasion I have people on Instagram saying to me, where's the link for the video? And I do put the links, but sometimes, you know, on Instagram you can't actually post a hyperlink under a normal post, so you can post a link in the stories, and that's where I always post links to this video. But if you subscribe and you have a YouTube account, you'll just get the notifications, so it's probably better to do that. Let's get into it. This is what's coming up for the month of June with the astrology. There is a lot going on, by the way. I have quite a few notes here. So first of all, on June 3rd, there is a full moon in Sagittarius. So 13 degrees of Sagittarius, this happens. So this is very important if you've got anything around 13 degrees of Sag in your chart, especially if it's your sun or your ascendant or your moon. You know, it's a full moon. So full moons are always about, like I say, always it's about culmination. It's about, you know, a shift of energy, releasing something, letting go of something, maybe something that's, you know, not good for you or toxic or, you know, overindulgent. Possibly with Sagittarius, they are ruled by Jupiter. So it could be something like that. It could also be, you know, a new opportunity trying to come into your life. So, but there's something that you need to release first, potentially. It does make some difficult angles to a couple of few things. So I'll tell you what they are. So first of all, the positive angle is it does trine Mars. So it will be quite energizing in one way. But on the other hand, it squares Saturn, which is kind of not, it's a bit of a dampening down energy. It's a bit of a heavy energy and a blocking energy. So it seems to me that this full moon could be, just in general for everybody, have this feeling with it of wanting to push forward, you know, this emotional kind of rush of like, I need to push forward in my life, you know. But then we have this square to Saturn, which is kind of dampening it down with reality, saying, well, you know, it's great, you have that desire, that drive with the trine to Mars, but you may not be looking at all the practical aspects of your reality with the square to Saturn. And then, so that's something that we have to address with this full moon, where we want to move forward and how we need to still make some adjustments and changes with the square to Saturn, which is like a bit of a dose of reality kind of you know, pushing in there with some not great feelings, or some feelings of maybe you're feeling a bit deflated, like, okay, I need to go towards my freedom, which is very much Sagittarius, but I just need to let go of some things first, or I need to shift things around in some way in my life first, or look at, you know, the work that I need to do, which is the Saturn square, right? So it can be that. There's also some difficult angles with some inconjuncts from Uranus and from Mercury to that full moon. So, wow, it's, you know, it's a bit difficult, this one. I would say the best you can do with this energy is maybe write down what your visions are and your ideas for the future, and just have trust that you will work through the problems step by step with square to Saturn. And that way, you know, if you're too sort of pie in the sky about things, the energy, you know, may feel very depressing. So it's important to just be a bit more, you know, hold tight to your vision, but know that it may take time to unfold. And like I said, with the full moon, it is actually about releasing. So you may need to release something that you wanted to action sooner, but maybe you have to wait because of the square with Saturn. Okay, moving on from that. Gemini season lasts until the 22nd of June, and then we go into Cancer season. So the energy just obviously shift then with the season changing, with the sun sign moving. Cancer is more of a, you know, from the 22nd of June, we will feel a bit less social. In one way we will, because the sun going to Cancer, we kind of want to be at home or think about home affairs, you know, working from home, what we're doing with our home, what we want to fix or change, or just where we want to feel comfortable and connect with family and people that are close to us. Whether it's family or just really close friends, it might feel, coming out of Gemini season, a bit less restless, a bit more kind of, I just want to be with my people, my tribe, you know, the people that I know that know me. And then from June 12th, however, we do have Mercury moving into its home sign of one of its home signs of Gemini. So, you know, there's still communications going on that are, you know, a lot of communications. It could be a lot of new connections potentially, but with Cancer Sun, we tend to maybe feel more sticking to the people we know, but still open-minded about new communications. And with Mercury going into Gemini from June 12th, we will feel a bit more mentally restless. We could have new ideas about things that we want to action in the future, so that's good. And then, yeah, just a lot more communicating probably going on from June 12th. And then Venus is still going to be in Cancer just until June 6th, and then it actually moves into Leo. And also for the month of June, we're going to have Venus and Mars in Leo, which is really great for Leos. This is really nice for Leo people. Also good for the other fire signs, Sagittarius and Aries, because it gives you a trine. So from June 6th, with Mars and Venus in Leo, it can enhance creative ideas. It can enhance romantic energy, the desire to have fun and enjoy life more, to sort of let your hair down a little bit. And definitely creative projects can really benefit. So if you've been needing to put energy into creative things, that can actually be really good from 6th of June onwards for the rest of the month with Venus and Mars in Leo. Yeah, have a look in your chart where you have Leo, because with Venus and Mars in the same sign there like that, it could be quite nice in those two signs. So that part of your chart, if you say, okay, well, it's going to be my 5th house, well, great, that's going to be fun for you, you know. It's going to be, you know, a bit more spicy, a bit more creative. If it's in your 11th house of friends, you might meet new people, you know, that kind of thing. The Jupiter for the whole month will be between 3 to 9 degrees of Taurus. So if you're born early Taurus, so say from, you know, late April to very early May, this is good for you. This is like a new beginning for you in some way. It's a surge of energy, excitement, a new period of growth in your life. There could be a lot going on. You could be very busy as well, but you could also get the chance to enjoy things a little bit more. And also for those early born Capricorns and Virgos, Jupiter will be trining your placement up to 9 degrees this month of June. So that will be bringing blessings to you as well. And if you're a Pisces, you'll get the sextile aspect, which is nice as well. Up till 9 degrees of Pisces, that is. Then June 12th, the Pluto retrograde actually goes back to the 29 degrees of Capricorn. So even though Pluto has been on 0 degrees of Aquarius, goes back to 29 degrees of Capricorn from June 12th. If you've got late Taurus or late Virgo, that's very positive for you. It trines your placements. If you've got 29 degrees of Capricorn, that's not so fun. It's Pluto. It's a Pluto transit, Pluto conjunct Moon, or you know, if it's your Sun or rising, that's big transformations going on in your life. And if you've got anything there, you'll know what I'm talking about. June 18th, we do have Saturn going retrograde at 7 degrees of Pisces. So with Saturn retrograde, just for everybody in general, what does this mean? It basically is a slowdown period. It is not the best time to take on more than you can handle in huge projects, like anything to do with, you know, moving home or starting something now. That's at this time, June 18th, like beginning something fresh. That's very big. Not the best energy, okay? Unless, you know, in your own chart you have Saturn retrograde, that can be a bit different. But for most people, it's a slowdown period. It's a more internalizing time where you kind of are reflecting on, you know, the things that you need to review in your life, things that you need to kind of go over and fix that are maybe holding you back from progressing in your life in some way. So that's going to be happening for quite a number of months. And then June 18, there's a new moon in Gemini at 26 degrees of Gemini. This new moon on the 26th of June squares Neptune. So what this tells me is that with this new moon in Gemini, you really need to let the pieces fall into place rather than trying to force things, because it's like we can't see what the outcome is yet for something that we want to start, or something that is new, or where you're planting seeds. You may not anticipate where those seeds are going to flourish. They might be like, you know, this is the analogy that's coming to me. You might be planting sunflower seeds and expecting sunflowers, but then you don't get sunflowers, you get like something completely different, like a peach tree. That's the energy with the moon in Gemini square Neptune. It's like God is in charge here, and you know, it's not a time to force something. It's definitely just wait and see and trust in the divine for that, to what's going to manifest, especially if you've got Gemini placements at around the late degrees, or if you're born towards the end of Gemini. It's like you've just got to trust. There might be confusion at that time, just in general for everybody, but especially if you've got Gemini or other mutable signs like Sagittarius, Virgo, or Pisces. So that is the gist of the month ahead, guys. All right, so I'm going to go to the cards now for each sign. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link will be below to my website, which is readingswithsusan.net. So the turnaround time is at least 2 weeks at the moment. So when I'm busy, it's always like that. Okay, so Aries. Alrighty, let's have a look at what's going on. So I've got 3 different decks today. I've got 1 tarot deck and 2 oracle decks. I've got my own deck here, which I'm also using. You can purchase this from me through my website. Limited stock at the moment, but if you're interested. All right, let's have a look. So Aries, you know, with with Mars in Leo and Venus in Leo this month, this is good for you. You know, this is giving you the energy to put towards the things that you want to put your energy towards, you know. So you could feel like you're getting things done that you need to get done. It could be quite gratifying in some ways. Let's see what the cards show for Aries though. We have 2 cards that popped out, so I am going to get both. We have the King of Wands, which is a fire energy male. So if you're a male Aries, this could represent you, or if you're a female, this could be someone in your life. The 9 of Swords, some anxiety there. So if you're an Aries, you could be having anxiety about something. See how she's looking out the window here, and the snow outside is kind of like depressing her. And the 9 of Swords is usually a bit of an anxiety card, okay? So you might be having, you know, if you're an Aries watching this, you might be having some anxiety pop up in the month of June. With the King of Wands here, there could be someone important in your life. On the one hand, this could represent someone important in your life who you're dealing with in the month of June, like a fire sign person, fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. See the element of fire. And just make sure that's on camera. Yep. And let's see what you got from the astrology cards here, Aries. What's coming up for Aries for June? This one's popping out. The 8th house. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotion. Endings and new beginnings, basically, with the 8th house energy is what it represents. But it can be feeling a little bit like there's a crisis associated with it, with the 8th house. The 8th house is like, you know, see how it's got the wedding rings there. It can be marriages, divorces, but it also can be like really serious decisions around your finances. It can be joining finances, or how your finances are joint with another person, or, you know, a bank, or you know, what's happening with your money in regards to something important that you're doing related to an ending and a new beginning. And let's have a look at the Cosmic Omens and Signs Oracle, which is my deck. And you have learning and knowledge, study, research, new insights. Wow. So there's something that you're learning through this, is mostly what I'm getting here, Aries. That there's a process that you're in, which might feel like a drawn out process or a very karmic process with the 8th house card. But there is something that you're learning, and it's bringing you a lot of growth and deeper understanding through what you're going through. Let's have a look at the Astro dice for you, for Aries. We got Sag, we got Neptune, we got the 4th house. 4th house with Neptune makes me think of, for some of you, or even just one or two of you, something dissolving to do with home life. So it might be you're moving. It could be you're letting go of an old way of living, or an old way of dealing with home issues or family issues, or the home that you live in. Sagittarius is like trusting in a new direction that's opening up. And there's a reference here to that full moon in Sagittarius. And that is, like I said, it is on the 3rd of June. Okay. So the 3rd of June, that full moon in Sag could be very pivotal for you, Aries. It is a trine, which is positive to you. So it could help you release something and open up to a new path that's going to be expansive, where you're going to be learning a lot more. And there is this anxiety, like I said here, which doesn't surprise me when the 8th house comes up, because it's tied into our finances, big changes that we're making. So it could be you're feeling anxious about big things going on in your life. And for some Aries, it could be something with overseas connection, because of the Sagittarius and the Neptune influence here. You could also be dealing with an issue with a family member, with 4th house coming up as well, or your home. A lot of changes by the looks of it, but Aries has been having that for a while, I feel like, from the cards and what I've seen. All right, moving on to Taurus. So Taurus, you guys have Jupiter in your sign for the whole year, which is great, myself included. I have talked about that before. And if you're a Taurus, born early Taurus, this month Jupiter goes up to 9 degrees. So those of you that have anything up to 9 degrees, you know, you'll have a lot of blessings coming in, with a lot of change this month. And let me see what else. Mars in Leo, Venus in Leo is... if you're a Taurus rising, it's more like possibly your 3rd house or 4th house. So communications or your home life for the Leo energy. So there could be like more fun communications with other people, or flirtatious, or that kind of possibly romantic communications potentially. There could be more going on with family as well. That's another thing. And let's just see what... as I'm thinking of what else is going on. Let's see what pops up. Oh, you have the 7 of Cups. So interesting. So for Taurus, a lot of options, new ideas, potential new directions. It's interesting in this card, she's picking an apple off the tree, and Jupiter in Taurus is about abundance. So there may be new things coming into your life that you can access, that you know, maybe it's almost like before, I feel like she couldn't quite reach the apple, but now she's got the apple in her hand, and it's like, yes, you know, I'm going to enjoy this juicy apple, which is very Jupiter in Taurus. Taurus is about the 5 senses, is about enjoying, you know, the simple things like enjoying your food, enjoying company, enjoying comforts, you know, things that make you feel good. And, you know, obviously, you know, like every planet has a little bit of a difficult side. The difficult side, or the darker side of Jupiter, especially Jupiter in Taurus, would be like overindulgence. So again, that would be something to watch out for. But this is saying, you know, in June for Taurus, you guys have a lot of options. Well, we have a lot more options as Tauruses this month. So that's good. I might get another card to go with it and see what else this one wants to come out. Balancing things. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here, I'm hearing don't get carried away with doing too much. So it could be like taking on a bit more than is, you know, is realistic. Watch out for that. Balancing 2 different situations, balancing a lot of demands. Okay, so you may feel like you're not, you know, you do need to get some rest, or you need to, if you get time off, you need to maximize that and not overdo it. That's what I'm getting with the 2 of Pentacles. It can be also something about juggling finances potentially, or making sure that you're not wasting money or overindulging with spending. I'm also getting that. Let's see what else for Taurus for June. Let's see this one. We have Leo. That's interesting. It says The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Yeah, so Leo depends on if you're Taurus rising. Depends like the degree, but you could have Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Leo in the 3rd house or 4th house potentially by transit. So, yeah, so this could be, you know, more fun communications, like I said, or creative ideas coming in. It could be that you're feeling a lot of pride or proud of yourself for something that you're achieving. That could be another thing. It's also about self-expression. So this is a time for Taurus people to express themselves, and, you know, the Leo energy is about expressing what's on your heart, expressing your truth, and not holding back, you know, being proud of what you have to say and your viewpoint and sharing that with others. Let's see what else Taurus has for June. Interesting, you have garden path, going with the flow step by step. That's very Jupiter in Taurus energy. Wow. Jupiter in Taurus is about growth and expansion, but in the sign of Taurus, it is very gradual. Okay. And it's also very realistic. It's like, you know, Taurus people are very grounded, you know, they're very realistic. It's like knowing how much you can realistically do. And this is saying for June, you know, take things a step at a time. Don't try to rush things. It's going to benefit you more to go slow and build a foundation slowly in your life if that's what you're trying to do with something. You have 4th house Libra and Jupiter, lucky planet Jupiter, which is exactly what I've been talking about. So blessings in your home sphere and relationship area comes up for the month of June for Taurus. So that's nice. So there should be growth this month for you in your relationships. It could be relationships with family members, the people that you live with, or in your personal one-to-one relationships, or if, you know, you work with clients, it can be, especially if you have a home business because of the 4th house coming up, it could be really beneficial this month for all that kind of stuff, for home business, for learning at home, for connecting with people, family members or friends, and even for relationships. Looks really positive overall. Nice. Okay, so moving on to the next sign, which is Gemini. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. That was my selenite slab, which just, for some reason, went off. I just need to drink my tea, actually. 1 second. All right, my lovely gems. What's June showing for Gemini people? Gemini sun, moon, or rising. Ooh, jumping card. Oh, 5 of chalices. Not my favorite card. Not my favorite card, Gemini. I'm sorry you guys have this. The 5 of cups is a disappointment about something, usually emotional. So look, what I will say about this, it's always good to have a heads up. If there's someone that you're waiting on news from, someone that you have feelings for, it's like saying don't get your hopes up too much, because this person may be having their own struggles, and not to take their struggles personally, or not to take it on board, okay? Because if you do, you could take something too personally that is not even to do with you. It's to do with their issue and their struggles. That's what I'm getting. Get you another card, Gemini. What else for Gemini for June? Gemini for June. Just waiting for one of those cards. Oh, that got mixed in. Wrong deck. Hang on. There we go. Oh, see? It's to do with love. 2 of cups. Yeah, and I did suspect that because this is cups as well. So just in regards to love matters, don't try to force anything this month. Let things unfold. And that makes total sense because there is that new moon in Gemini. Like I was saying at the beginning, if you listen to the beginning of the reading, 26 degrees, and that's on June 18th. And that one makes a square to Neptune, which is very confusing. And so if someone is communicating with you in relation to love or relationships around that time, you might, I would say, don't take what they say as set in stone. Don't take their word as the final truth. Don't take their reactions or emotions as the final say, because they may be confused themselves, as there's a lot of confusion in the air with that new moon in Gemini. So, you know, you may be wanting this new start in a relationship, or you may be hoping for it, but this person is not quite ready. But there is this theme coming up that's super strong around love, but it's still stuff getting worked out here, Gemini. There's still issues going on. Things are not clear. Let's see what else comes up in the zodiac cards. I just want to I hope my camera is not going out of focus. I apologize, guys, if there's anything like that. I need to get a new camera soon. This one's getting a bit old. All right, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. What are the energies for you guys for June? The third house, which is the Gemini house. Don't you love it? Your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. Yep, that's just giving the meaning of the third house. These cards are very basic, by the way. I did buy them recently because I saw them and I thought, oh yeah, astrology, but then I didn't realize like they're super basic. But still, they can work. So for me, I'll just take that as a message about the third house. And what that is about, Gemini, is there's going to be a lot of communication for you this month. It's going to be a busy month, especially with Mercury going to Gemini, which is obviously going into your sign, and it is going to speed up communication from June 12th onwards. So you can expect from June 12th, your communications are going to start to increase. You're going to get more text messages, emails, people knocking on your door probably, or like friends that you haven't seen. You know, just a lot more social engagement, which will be good for you because it might take your mind off this heavy energy around relationships, which I believe is temporary, by the way. There's a very temporary energy around this struggle here or issue with another person that you care about. Learning and applying your mind to new things could help you feel better. Let's get the Astro dice and another card. Okay, so you have Leo, 10th house, and also the Sun. So this is a focus on your personal direction, your career, your goals, the things that you're achieving in your life. Now, it's interesting to note that Venus and Mars in Leo will make a very positive sextile aspect to your Gemini placements if you're a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising. So that's good for you this month. So there could definitely be flirtatious communications and, you know, connecting with somebody, but in terms of knowing an outcome or wanting an outcome, I'm just saying you're still going to be having to wade through a bit of difficulty. Yeah, see, it's advising you to meditate, cultivating your inner peace and spiritual tools. Absolutely. So this is saying to you, you know, you might feel frustrated with, to some degree, your relationship situation this month. And it's like saying, don't over focus on that. It's better for you to focus on your creative goals and aspirations, the things that you're doing, the things that you're achieving. And, you know, that's going to be better for you. If you need to meditate to clear your mind, that's definitely going to be good and helpful for Geminis because of Mercury in your sign. It's going to speed up your thoughts and can feel a bit mentally overwhelming with Mercury and Gemini in your sign. So this is advising to slow down your mind, focus on your breathing, spend even 5-10 minutes a day meditating. You will get a lot of benefits from it. And focusing on your personal goals, your creativity, the things you're achieving, you know, your work life, just the things that are kind of like to do with the structure of your life and your reputation, your career, all that stuff. It's showing, you know, it's going to be more harmonious for you to focus on those things rather than obsessing about a relationship that's still going through difficulty. That's what I'm saying. Okay, moving on to the sign of Cancer. All right, Cancerians, let's see what's going on. Now, Venus does go into your sign this month. Let me check the date again. So, it will be in your sign till the 6th of June, okay? So, from the 1st to the 6th of June, Venus is in your sign. If you're born towards the end of Cancer, you'll be feeling quite nice with that energy. So that's good to know. It's a good time if you're born at the very end of Cancer to, you know, do self-care routines or get a haircut or, you know, go get a, you know, pampering of some kind that first 6 days of June. Let's see what else is going on for Cancer. 2 cards popped out. We have the Emperor and we have the Two of Cups. Woo! So there's something about taking charge here in a relationship. Now, either you or another person taking charge here with the Emperor. And it can also be you wanting things to move forward in a relationship. Okay, so the Emperor is all about, it's Aries energy. You can see the ram here. It's like, I wish my situation was moving forward, or I am taking charge of a situation, or your partner's taking charge of a situation. It can be about a joint decision in a relationship to move forward with something. It can be about, you know, working in a partnership to move forward in something. And this could be, when I say partnership, it could be business partnership as well. It could obviously be a romantic relationship, but it can be a business partnership. It can be, you know, a meeting with your boss and your boss says, you know, we're going to push you forward and put you up to a higher level, you know, because this is all about that drive and that push to go forward, to achieve something, to have control over your situation and feel in control and to feel, you know, it's a bit of a dominant energy, that definitely the Emperor. And this is you discussing something or working with someone about something. It's interesting there's an eclipse in the background too, and eclipses are always like destined turning points symbolically. So I would say that that's what this is saying here. Let's have a look at the other cards for Cancer to see what else. Capricorn, yes. So Capricorn is also about achievement, and it's about your goals, and it's about, you know, your long-term aspirations to do with like career and real world achievements, things that you want to achieve out in the world that take time, energy, and patience and determination. It says the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So you may be feeling quite ambitious in some way, Cancer, that you want to push ahead with certain goals that you have in mind. And this is definitely a focus here. We have the Ram has come up twice, even though this is the Emperor. Aries is here, and it's similar to the goat, you know, even though it's different. Capricorn, and, you know, Capricorn's about that long term, you know, the long, playing the long game. Aries is a bit more like impatient, but it's still a pushing forward energy. But this is like pushing forward for something in the short term. So it's interesting because you have both short term and long term in focus here for the month of June. So I'd say that Cancerians are focused on very important matters to you this month by the looks of it, and very much goal orientated, whether it's in your relationships, in your career, or in business partnerships. That's what I'm saying. So let's get another card, and then I'll do the Astro dice. And remember, if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below to my website, readingswithsusan.net. Turnaround time's a couple of weeks. Insight and wisdom, spiritual understanding, bigger picture, spirit guides. Interesting. So what I want to say with this, if you feel that your progress, as much as you feel very passionate and driven this month, feels a little bit slow, it could be because of bigger picture energies going on, such as Saturn Retrograde. You know, like I said, Saturn Retrograde is happening this month. It starts to kick in from the 18th of June. So Cancerians, if you feel a bit of a slowdown energy, it could be because of Saturn in Pisces retrograde. But that said, Saturn in Pisces is harmonious for Cancer. So Saturn will be in Pisces for 2.5 years, and it's going to be supporting you. But even with that supportive angle, that trine that it makes to Cancerian placements, it's still a bit of a slow energy. You still have to put the efforts in, but you will definitely and absolutely see the rewards. So it is just coming up to say, remember the bigger picture. You know, you don't have to do everything in a day. You don't have to achieve everything this week. And if it takes a bit of time, that's part of your learning. Yeah, see, the North Node with Pisces comes up in the second house, which is a Taurus house of building a foundation, and it does take time. And sometimes we don't realize, but time is actually a gift, because it allows us to build upon something and give it that power that it wouldn't have if it was a short-term fix. Okay, so think of it like that for whatever you're trying to build, Cancerians. And you are moving forward. Second house comes up, slow forward movement, and the need to trust your intuition and your spirit guides and your inner guidance, like this card has mentioned. Wow, pretty deep message for the Cancerians. That was unexpected. Okay, so how am I going here? Yeah. So after that, what are we up to? We're up to Leo now. Okay, Leo. So for Leo's, Mars and Venus is in your sign this month. That's nice. I didn't feel like that was the card. Let me just have a moment. So Mars and Venus. Well, Venus will only be in... Oh, hang on. No, Venus starts its transit into Leo from the 6th of June. And Mars will be in Leo all month. So pretty much the whole month from the 6th of June, you have Mars and Venus in your sign, which is very dynamic energy, very creative, romantic, fun-loving. This is a good boost for Leo. This is very strong. It should be a powerful month for Leos. Okay. What else? Mercury in Gemini from June 12th makes a positive aspect to your placements as well. And what do we have here? Oh, see, you'd have the Nine of Cups, which is a good card, even though that card, this particular deck, looks a little bit sad in the background. It's actually a really good card. It's about fulfillment. So that's really nice. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have luck on your side this month, Leo. Really nice. So the Wheel of Fortune, you know, is like things turning in your favor. And with the Nine of Cups, it's extra powerful and extra potent because it's showing that there is fulfillment for you this month. There is joy to be had. There's fun and excitement. There's turning points, destiny. And this is not a stagnant time for Leo. This is a time of a lot of growth. You have the moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Yeah. So the moon is to do with females in your life. So it can be connection with women, mother, home, family. And it can also be about your intuition is quite strong at this time. So paying attention to that. The moon being related to the unconscious mind. Let's see what else comes up. Pay attention to your dreams as well is what I want to say. And you have, oh, secrets. Hidden things coming to light. Wow. That was unexpected. Okay, so something could be coming to you. Some truth could be coming to you. Leo does, is ruled by the sun. And the sun represents the light of truth. So that's very interesting that you have Venus and Mars in Leo this month. And then this comes up, which is literally says hidden coming to light. So, something could be revealed. It might for some Leos have a bit of drama attached to it, or it may for others just be something that you've always sensed and you actually find out, oh, I always knew that and I just found out today that this is what happened. It could be just a validation. Let's see what else. Moon comes up again. Wow, you have the moon here and the moon here. Aries, third house. Yeah, see, it shows that sudden information coming to light. It could be to do with something in the family with the moon or a female figure. Something that you didn't know about, a sister or your mom or family ancestry. It could be something going way back, depending. It's going to be different for everyone. But what it looks like here is third house can be siblings and other relatives, but it also can be just information coming in. But in Aries, it's like sudden and very blunt or a sudden truth or a sudden insight as well, or a sudden understanding that kind of just hits you in the face, so to speak, metaphorically, with the Aries energy there. So wow, it came out really strongly that some kind of information's coming to light. But, overall, your month is going to be really positive, Leo. So, yay. With these two great cards, the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, there's a lot of fulfillment for you this month and happy times as well. A lot of enjoyment and joy. Nice. Okay, so next is Virgo. Okay, Virgo, so you guys, if you're born early in Virgo, you have Jupiter in Taurus trining, which is very nice, very helpful this month, so that if you're an early Virgo, you should get some benefits of things flowing with a bit more ease around you this month. Let's see what the cards show. Ooh, two cards popped out, I didn't realize. Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting here is if there's something that you really want, do put the efforts in, because you will be able to receive that with the Six of Pentacles. This is like pushing through kind of a little bit of resistance perhaps, or a little bit of slow moving energy. But this is saying, with the Six of Pentacles, you can actually receive something that you want, and more likely in a material sense in some way. Okay, so whether it's a job or whether it's something new that you're trying to bring into your life, this is saying yes, it can happen for you this month. So that's good. All right, Virgo, what else? We have the 12th house. Interesting. And the 12th house is about the subconscious realms. It's about your spiritual life, your intuition, your guides. This is the area of life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Yeah. So, if you're trying to manifest something this month, Virgo, ask your guides to help smooth the way forward. Prayer work can be really soothing and healing. And meditation, also creative pursuits. Creative pursuits, or having that space for yourself spiritually in some way. That's what I'm getting with that. Sorry if I'm off camera, guys. Just moving up a bit there. See what the Astro dice say. You have North Node, 6th house, interesting sixes come up here, and Aries. So for some Virgos, it could be a new job situation or some kind of new development on the job. So someone new starting, a new boss, a new supervisor, a new setup, a new computer that works better. It could be anything like that. Having something new in your work sphere that's really helpful to you. It can also be bringing in like a new health regime, or a new something new with diet or exercise for the 6th house, or even a new pet. You might want a new pet and you're like looking into what's the right breed for your home or your family, and that kind of thing. Could be a dog with Aries. Aries is more dog energy, but depending, or you're thinking about that. All right, there we go. So that's Virgo. Let's go to Libra. Alrighty. What's going on with the Astro for Libra? You have the Mercury goes into Gemini, which trines your sun or rising. And that will be, like I said, June 12th. So that's good for you. And Venus and Mars in Leo is sextile to Libra. So that's very helpful to you as well this month. So there's some beneficial things there, Libra. Let's see what the cards show. Libra for June. Excuse me. What's going on for Libra? Here we go. This one's popping out. Oh, brand new beginning. Look at that. The Fool. You're going on a new journey. You've taken the risk. You're going forward, or you will be taking a risk if you haven't already. And then you have this amazing card, which is on the bottom, which I'm trying to get off the deck. Look at that. The Six of Swords, moving forward in harmony to this new beginning. Look at these cards, Libra. They're absolutely stunning. So if you're a Libra that's already got something in motion, this is going to be beautiful for you. You're going into this new time where it's like the energy is much smoother than what you've dealt with previously, okay, in some area of your life, in something very significant with the Fool, because it's a 0 card. It's a new beginning. And it's like you're coming out of a lot of dramas and going into this smoother time, okay? So it doesn't mean life is perfect, I always say, but it just means that compared to where you've come from, or what's been in the past, this is going to be better for you. Okay, this is very significant energy here. Some of you watching may have a child or children, because I was focused on the little boy there in the boat. Looks like a mother figure and like either a partner or it could be another family member, but someone's helping you, and it could be even someone helping you from spirit move into a new part of your life. Wow, I love that. Those cards are gorgeous. Let's have a look at, with the astrology deck, what comes up to go with that for Libra for June. You have the first house, what people see and the impression you give. Wow. So this is changing your identity, and that makes a lot of sense with the Fool card as well. So there's some kind of shift for Libra where you are undergoing a big shift of who you are. Now, it may not be all at once in the month of June, but it's like the month of June signifies that beginning. And it's interesting how she's looking at herself in the mirror. It's almost like you won't recognize your old self or your old life. It's like this is so new and very, very positive for you. Let's have a look at the other deck, and then I'll do the Astro dice. Libra, what else do we have for June? Oh, this one's jumping out. Time away, breathe, meditation, space to think. So you may be feeling that you need this. You may be making time to do this. You may be, through this new beginning, finding that you're having more of this for some reason. So whatever this new beginning is, Libra, it's going to help you to get space for yourself. It's going to help you set up some kind of new routine where you can actually include meditation. You can include things like yoga or whatever it is for you personally that allows you to have a bit more mental space so you don't feel overwhelmed. And you have the 11th house, Jupiter and Aries. Gosh, that's a lot of energy. So what I'm seeing here with Jupiter, Aries in the 11th house is some kind of wish fulfillment that you're undergoing this month, that's kind of happening very quickly, or was set in motion when Jupiter was in Aries, because now we're a Jupiter in Taurus, which is the next sign over from Aries. So I feel like there's something very symbolic there. It could be twofold. It could be something was set in motion in the last 12 months with Jupiter and Aries transit for you with regards to a wish, the 11th house. And it could also be support from friends as well, creative projects. But it's like, it's either that or this month things are happening very quickly and there's a lot of wish fulfillment happening for you. A lot of exciting developments is what I'm getting. Wow, that was like one of the most powerful readings so far out of all the signs, I think. I'm still going, obviously, we have to do Scorpio next, but that was a really interesting reading for Libra. Let's have a look at Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So Mars and Venus in Leo this month does square your sign. So there could be tension in love matters, tension in relationships. Okay. And let me see what else. But Saturn in Pisces is giving a trine to you, so that's helpful. Oh, some cards dropped out here. Oh, wow. We have the Ace of Swords. Look at that card. I love that one. It looks so cool. And we have the Queen of Swords. That's powerful. All right, Scorpio. Looks like you're making some kind of powerful decision this month. So Scorpio rising, sun or moon. Powerful decision month. This is clarity is coming to you about something. And you might feel, the Queen of Swords, she pulls no punches. She puts up barriers where she needs to, and she's like, you know what, I kind of look at this, guys, and I feel like someone, I'm hearing, I've had enough of this situation. I've just had enough of it. And it's like, I'm not impressed anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's like her face. She's like, I'm not impressed anymore. So if you've had some kind of situation, Scorpio, and it wouldn't be uncommon for Scorpios to have some kind of, and look, I speak for myself as well. I'm a Scorpio rising. I know all about it, right? Toxic people, toxic situations that you just need to protect your energy from. This is saying you'll be doing that. You have the 5th house. Yep, look at that, romance. So there could be a toxic love interest, perhaps, or it says where you have fun, romance, create things you're proud of. There might be a love interest that you're like, ugh, you know, I'm just not really feeling your energy anymore. Like, situation's dragged on long enough. They're going to try and come back, though, with the reunion card. So it looks like someone from the past, Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, is trying to either hold on to you, or you're trying to hold on to them, or someone's popping up from the past. But this is exactly what I was saying. And it's showing that there's unfinished karmic business here, and this might be very annoying for you. You might be like, I just don't know what to do with this situation, but there is clarity coming. So either you're going to gain clarity and draw a boundary, which is most likely what I'm seeing here, or the other person is going to give you some information or tell you something that helps you draw a conclusion. Mars in Cancer, 2nd house. Yeah, you feel very, very physically self-protective is what I'm seeing, and you're like very guarded. That's what I'm seeing here for the month of June, and that's a good thing. I feel like that's a good thing, because it's almost like the other person is just not giving you what you need or want at this time. Again, this is not going to be for all Scorpios, but if this doesn't resonate and you're a Scorpio, check your moon. You know, if you're a Scorpio rising, you're like, that's not me, that's not my situation. Check your moon or your sun to see, you know, what other messages. But it's very specifically about love, and it's about someone that you've been maybe felt like you couldn't break away from a situation. But these cards are very strong, and it is actually saying you are in a position of strength. You are in a position of power. Could be a bit of a power struggle with another person, or just a situation that's been going on. But it is advising to protect your energy. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, and next we're looking at Sagittarius. So let's see what's coming up for you guys for the month of June. You do have Mars and Venus in Leo, so that should be helping you, sparking you up a little bit, giving you some creative ideas, interesting interactions. Oh, there's a card popping, honey. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. How interesting. So this is Jupiter, which is the ruler of your sign. So there's some luck around you this month, Sagittarius. So that's really cool to see. So that's your first card. Wow. So the wheel is turning. Something is turning in your favor. Some kind of positive energy. You know, Jupiter is an energy that lets us grow. It expands things in our life. It can help us feel a bit more relaxed, a bit more optimistic, and feel, you know, in touch with some vision for our life. So there could be some developments happening that help you feel more positive about life this month, which would be good. Let's see what else for Sag. Yeah, this one flipped over. This is the Page of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity here for something new for you. With Pentacles, it's financial or work related. Okay, so, you know, and it could be also meeting somebody new at work, because there is a bit of, it's interesting how she's like eating the grapes here. It kind of hints at something indulgent there. You have a little leprechaun in the corner with what looks like dandelion flowers. So there could be, yeah, again, the leprechauns can signify, you know, something to do with a connection with someone, possibly with an Irish connection, or some kind of luck as well coming in, which picks up with the Wheel of Fortune here as well. Let's see what else Sagittarius has for the month of June. And one card's flipped over here. You have the sign of Libra. So Libra is about relationships and relating, and it says this energy is diplomatic, gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So you are, Sagittarius, trying to find a bit more balance in your relationships. You could be meeting somebody new as well. Libra is about, you know, partnership, connections with others, social interaction, and being around people, one-on-one connections. It is the 7th house in astrology, which is the partnership area. Anywhere we have partnerships with people, you may be having to be a bit more gracious, a bit more patient, a bit more understanding, empathic. You know, that is the Libran energy. It's like giving people the benefit of the doubt, compromising and cooperating with others. So that could be a focus for you this month as well. But I do get for a lot of Sagittarius like some kind of new connection, like a new person coming in, new energy. This one's popped over. Oh look, you have deep feelings. So Reconnection, passionate romance. That's very interesting. I was just saying, I was picking up on, with Libra here. Libra is ruled by Venus, which is the goddess of love. Okay, and then we have deep feelings with the roses here, so it's quite a sensitive energy. Let's have a look at the Astro dice, but there's definitely something about, I keep getting like a new connection potential this month. Oh my gosh, you have Libra again. That's very eerie. The 12th house and Jupiter. There could be someone either connected to you from a past life, someone with the 12th house here. Jupiter can also signify, I'm just looking at my card that fell. Jupiter can also signify, Jupiter is in Taurus, okay, this year. So you might want to see, Sagittarius, if you know your chart, where Jupiter is transiting in Taurus, where you have Taurus in your chart, because it's going to bring blessings to that part of your chart. It does come up here as significant, and Jupiter's come up twice, which is your ruling planet. So I would say you are doubly lucky this month. Definitely, Sagittarius, there is definitely some luck. I would say, I don't ever advocate for gambling, but if you just buy that one lotto ticket, they're not expensive, $5 or $6, whatever it is. Just, there's lucky energy. There's also, again, go with your own intuition. I don't like to tell people what to do, but it's definitely lucky energy with Jupiter coming up twice in the reading. 12th house is like unseen developments, things that can just come out of the blue that you're just not expecting. However, with Libra here in the 12th house, it can be, dreaming of a lover before you meet them, or dreaming of somebody that you're going to meet, or getting signs or messages from spirit about good things coming in. With Jupiter, it's lucky things, it's abundant things. So this is very nice. This is really nice energy. I love what I'm seeing here for Sagittarius. I think it looks very, very positive. You have Jupiter come up twice and Libra come up twice. That is very spooky. And with the 12th house, it's always like this element of mysteriousness, or it may not be fully clear or really in your face, but it might be something that is coming up. And it's with Jupiter, it could be indicating that there's growth here for you with this, whoever this new person is, or whatever this new exciting energy is around you. All right, so now I'm going to the next sign, which is Capricorn. And don't forget, all the links are below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all links below to my website, readingswithsusan.net. If you'd like to join me on Patreon, I love being on Patreon. And like I've said before, lots of new content and videos there. Lots going on over there, so check it out. And let's see, Capricorn, Jupiter is in Taurus, which is your fellow sister Earth sign. So Jupiter is going to be blessing you. And this one's popping out here. Oh, Sagittarius just had that Page of Pentacles. So there's a new idea that you have, or a new development to do with practical matters in your life. You might be thinking about a new job situation, or starting something new, like a new idea to earn money, or a new idea to work on something that is part of business or for your future that, has creative ideas connected to it. For some, it is new in the work area, or a new work situation, or new ideas in business that can manifest. Let's get another card for Capricorn. Ooh, Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is joining up with other people who are helping you to, work on your business. It's, cooperating with others, joining forces with others, being in business with others. You have a couple of Pentacles cards here, Capricorn. So there's definitely a focus on money and resources, and there's could be new ideas that you have that involve either support or help from others, or working with others, or utilizing something that others have and it complements with what you have. Something like that could be in the picture this month. It could be working as a team, cooperative, working together with others to get things done on a practical level. Gemini, you have, it says the energy of communication, mischievous, lively, witty, informative, stimulating exchange possible. All right, so that's interesting, because Mercury does go into Gemini this month. Let me check the date of that again, because I feel like it's related to that. That is happening on June 12th. Mercury moves into Gemini. So there might be something around June 12th, or just after June 12th, where the energy picks up pace with a lot more communications coming in. Also, Capricorn, be aware that your ruling planet Saturn is going retrograde this month on June 18th. So after June 18th, Capricorn, it's not the best time to try to apply new ideas to something really huge and significant, like moving home or completely changing your life. Because of that Saturn retrograde, it is just going to make it a lot harder if you do it in this time period, which Saturn will be retrograde for a number of months. So it is more of a time to reflect, reevaluate, kind of maybe look at selling things if you need to declutter and make space for this new path that you're trying to manifest that's going to be coming up down the track, okay, later on in the year. But for now, it's better for you to kind of think through things a little bit more. It's almost like you're not ready to take a big chance just yet. See? I was literally just saying, I love how the cards are so spooky. Like, look at that. It says, wait, not the right time, more time required. Can it get more spooky than this? You cannot make this up. It literally flung itself out of my deck. Oh my gosh. The deck that I created here, the Cosmic Omens and Signs Oracle, it's a very, like, these cards do slip very easily. They're very sort of easy to shuffle, and that just flew out like that. And I was shuffling. It wasn't even on the top. How about that? So, just to confirm, big validation here for Capricorns. Anything huge that you're taking on, it's not time for it just yet, okay? Look, at the end of the day, you know, you do what you want to do, obviously, but with the energies of the astrology, and that's what I look at, from experience, if you try to do something huge with your life on a Saturn retrograde period, it just makes it so much harder. It's better to wait when Saturn goes direct, okay? Which will happen later on in the year. If you want a personal consultation with me around anything that you're trying to decide that's major in your life, I can look at your astrology. Go to my website for that if you want a personal reading. Yeah, see, you're looking to take a risk by the looks of it with your direction, with the North Node Sagittarius in the 10th house. This is something in your mind or in the back of your mind that you've been thinking about, and it's just not quite time for it yet, but it will be down the track. It's like destiny will open up at some stage. Some of you may be looking at relocating, changing the way your life is structured, going on a huge trip, or, you know, moving house, or just packing up where you are, going somewhere else, or starting a business, you know, or selling a house, things of that nature. That's what it's referring to. So it's obviously going to be something that's on your mind. But in the meantime, you are quite busy here, doing a lot of things, Capricorn. You're busy with your life, with practical matters, financial matters, work, getting things done. So that's keeping you busy in the meantime. But this idea that you have, if you're a Capricorn, you have a big idea to change your life, it is just saying it's just not quite time yet to take charge of that. Maybe, yes, work on the planning part of it, but the action will come later on in the year. I think it's probably around October that Saturn goes direct, so that might be more the time. But again, it's going to depend on your personal chart, obviously, with more detail around that. Like I said, if you need a personal reading, just check on my website for what, if you want a reading. You can always email me if you need help deciding as well. It looks like Capricorns have got a lot of heavy kind of stuff going on as well. All right, moving on though, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you guys. What's the energy with Aquarius? You know, you have some interesting energies this month. Jupiter is in Taurus, so that is making a square aspect to you if you're born kind of more early, Aquarius, but that's not a bad energy. It just can be a bit overindulgent. This one's popping out. Oh, you have this is Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So the Fool in astrology is Uranus. Planet Uranus rules Aquarius. Love that synchronicity. Wow. So, wow, Aquarius is feeling the urge to break free, to bust out in some kind of new path, in some kind of new way. Let's see what goes with that. Or you've just had a change potentially in your life. There's something really nice here. Oh my gosh, this is so spooky because Libra had the exact same tarot combination. So that's kind of spooky. This is actually very good for Aquarius. It shows that either you've just, you know, you're just in the month of June starting something new that's very positive for you. The Six of Swords is you're moving into this new beginning, which is a lot better for you. So the new situation, the rainbow represents new beginnings. This represents new beginnings. The Six of Swords is about coming out of drama, difficulty, and coming into a more of a peaceful zone, into a more content space for yourself, Aquarius. So that's nice that that's come up. So it shows that there is a potential, if you haven't had change, to embark on some energy of positive change this month. That seems quite significant. This is not a small thing. This is like with the Fool, this is like a big energy, a big change, a big shift. And it's to do with your freedom. It's to do with how you feel about your life. Compromise, dilemmas, work in progress. There's still things that you need to work out around this change. So it may be that if you've had a change already, the situation isn't quite exactly where you want it to be. It's kind of, you're still working on things. You may be working even with another person, or compromising, having to compromise with another person in some way as part of what you're experiencing. Patience required is what I'm hearing there. The fourth house, see home life. Some of you may have moved, or may be moving your home and the roots of your being. Wow, look at that. So I just heard establishing a new pattern. So you might be, that's interesting, establishing a new pattern in your life, like a new routine, or getting used to this new energy around you. Let's see what the Astro dice say for Aquarius. You have South Node Pisces, fifth house of romance. Wow. There might be also something on your mind from the past. With the South Node is a past energy, past lives, and also the past in this current life. Pisces is the energy of romance and romantic, like idealism, a bit of fantasy. Fifth house is romance and, you know, self-expression, sexuality, and also, you know, having fun. And you might be thinking back on previous experiences from the past. With the South Node, it's a very strong pull to the past, okay? So, and the fourth house can also be that. You may be having memories of childhood come up, or there may be something to do with the, someone, you know, like childhood, siblings, possibly for some of you, trying to work through issues from the past that have been confusing, trying to work through issues from the past to do with love and romance, thinking of somebody from the past, or even potentially connecting, potentially, I don't want to say it's definite, potentially connecting with someone from the past here. Let me just see. I already got you. Yep, I got you all the cards. So that's it for Aquarius. Check your rising sign as well, or even your moon sign if you wanted to see, you know, if you wanted more information, or if that didn't fully resonate, you can check the other timestamps. All right, and lastly for Pisces, let's see what's going on for Pisces people. All right, Pisces, Saturn has been in your sign, making things a little bit challenging for you, but Jupiter, as of May 17th, excuse me, went into Taurus, which is a blessing for you because it does create a positive angle, a gentle one at that, but a sextile aspect, which helps you to go with the flow a bit more, to be on the receiving end of some benefits. Wow, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So that's the energy of family and foundation. So Pisces, if you've been working hard and you're kind of worrying a little bit, like, is what I'm doing enough? This is saying yes. For some reason, I'm really drawn to that white cat. So I don't know if someone has a white cat or even had a cat that was white in spirit. There is a very strong energy around that cat for some reason. So that could just be for one person. But the Ten of Pentacles for Pisces is very, it's a very grounding energy. So you have the support, you have the foundation. Even if you don't feel like you do, or if you're in fear or worry about it, this is coming up to reassure you, to say, you know what, you're okay, Pisces. You know, as long as you're putting the efforts, you will be protected. Yes, see, we have, I'm just going to take that one card, the Nine of Cups, which is saying that in the month of June, there's going to be something that comes to fruition for you, something that makes you feel really good here. Cups is to do with emotion. It's a fulfillment energy here. So regardless of what's going on, you do have a lot of grounding, protection, even support from family. You know, even if your family is not perfect, I mean, whose family is? It's like, you know, there may be difficulties, but your family is there to support you in some way. You know, it might even be just a couple of family members or one key family member, but this is giving you a foundation of support. This is giving you positive developments, and something very fulfilling is coming in this month, which is really nice to see that for you, Pisces, because with Saturn in your sign, it hasn't been the easiest of energy. It could feel like a lot of stress, especially if you're born at the beginning of it, of Pisces. And you have the sign of Cancer. So again, home and family comes up, which is similar to the Ten of Pentacles. And children, it says this energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, mother, or child. You may be thinking about a partner, a wife, a child, your mother, your connection with your family, your home, your background, your roots. That could be something that's in focus for you this month for some reason. Let's see what else. I do get a strong connection with a child. Some Pisces may be concerned about a child. Taurus also had this card, the Garden Path, that says going with the flow, which is very Pisces, to go with the flow. That comes naturally to Pisces, and it says step by step here. So this makes a lot of sense that this has come up with Saturn in your sign, because Saturn does slow the energy down. You know, Saturn's in Pisces till 2025. So it's there for a while, and you really may feel that you're being forced to slow down, Pisces. Again, if you're born at the beginning of Pisces, you're going to feel this much more. You may be feeling like there are obstacles in your path. You know, you may be feeling like, oh, why do I have to go through this test and that test and that test? Like, you know, I've already been through enough. And Pisces can very much feel that way. But this is saying, look, it's all for a purpose. You're being reorientated onto the correct path. If you've been feeling off path, Saturn's actually going to redirect you slowly but surely to the more authentic, aligned path. Let's see what comes up in the Astro Rights for June. You also have Libra and the 11th house with the sun there. What this is showing me is that, Pisces, you're going to have support from friends this month, and the 11th house is the house of wish fulfillment, so that's very positive for you. It is showing that there is something happening this month. You know, you have the nine of cups here, which is wish fulfillment, and then you have the 11th house with the sun and Libra, so it shows that something's either coming in from a friend, or somebody very supportive is going to be helping you either with your career or with something that is really going to help you feel more at ease, is going to help you feel supported and even excited about the future, because the 11th house is a futuristic house. It's something where, you know, the energy can feel exciting and getting you thinking about the future, like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to be capable of doing this because I've got this energy coming in to support me. So that's looking very exciting. I do see also for some Pisces, someone can really help you with your career advancement. That could be a Libra, or that could be an air sign. So I'm just getting that as well. So that could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or even a Leo as well. So look out for those people potentially. And that's the reading for the month ahead. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, all the links are below if you'd like to book a reading or join me on Patreon. And have a great month. Thank you very much. Bye.